Hey y'all, welcome to the Clock Tower. I'm Colton, here with Brandon. 5 cards, 5 minutes is back, rares and double rares for Quintessential Quintuplets. Brandon, we're talking about all 5 of the Quintuplets finishers today.
First up, we have the Ichika. On play, look at the top 3, choose 1, add to hand. The Climax combo itself, pay 1, discard a character from hand when Climax is placed on stage. And if you do that, you get Cancel Burn for 2 damage, twice. Requires a lot of stock up front. The on-play ability helps get that additional cost into hand.
I like this. Cancel Burn 2 twice is really powerful. This is the kind of damage profile that can actually close a game on its own. Tri-fielding this is a viable closing top end. Next up, we have the Nino. It has 2 abilities. The first one is pay 1, pitch a red or blue card. If you have 2 or more other Quintuplets characters when this attacks, you may pay the cost to heal 1, and then it combos with the pants, pay 2, restand. I don't love how expensive the heals are. I also don't think that there will be enough instances of damage for this to really be worth it. Like, it can heal you down to 3-0 potentially, and set up, I guess, a 2-turn endgame. But even if you do set that up, you're looking at, 4 swings on a second turn. This just isn't very good.
It's a lot of stock and a lot of resources to be able to try to stay at 3-0 for as long as possible. It's interesting because you can heal twice off of the effect, but it's just so expensive that it's not worth it to run. It needs something else to help close out a game. Next up, we have the Miku. On play heal. When this card attacks, you may pay 1, and then it grants 2 effects that you can choose the order of the effects and do it 1 time each. You can look at the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck, choose to put them either on top or bottom in any amount of number. So you can put 1 on top, 2 on top, both on bottom. And then do a 2-card Icy Tail, which makes more sense to put Climaxes on bottom and then Icy Tail them out to deal damage, to hopefully the clean damage you just left on top. Interesting to get an additional burn in prior to the swing. Again, I don't know if that's quite enough to be able to close out a game.
What if you took Trouble Girl Haruhi and made it worse? That's what this is. You're not even guaranteed any damage. You're very rarely going to get 2 with this, so even when you get your burn, it's going to be for 1. If you tri-field this, you're almost never going to get 1 with all 3 Icy Tails. Going in a different direction, the Yotsuba combo on bar. If you have 2 or more, this gains 1,000, and on play heal. On attack, if you have the bar and climax area and 4 or more other characters, this gains 1,000 power and neg souls your opponent. You can't have neg soul without hexproof in 2021. So unfortunately, unless there's some tech that I don't know about, this is not that usable.
Yeah, Yotsuba has some issues here. Thankfully she heals, but outside of that, not really getting a whole lot of power to be able to stand tall against boards. So as much as you're trying to wall up here, walls aren't really being effective here. The neg soul can get removed before even coming into play. So makes this Climax combo very difficult. The intent is to prolong the game. As you said, it's not going to do very well in the current environment. Last up we have the Itsuki. Gains power, heals on play. When you get a reverse, you can pay 2, ditch 1. And as long as all of your characters are quintuplets, you can shuffle back 2 and then deal 3. It's pretty decent finisher, especially compared to the other girls.
This isn't bad. This looks like a 2-lane finisher to me, with something in the off lane that's combo list to try to push for that extra instance of damage. Realistically, you're basically going to swing for 3-4 times, and you're going to be able to decompress your opponent by 2 cards for 2 of those. Like, that's not bad at all. The cost isn't ridiculous. Pay 2, pitch 1 for a burn 3 with a little bit of decompression isn't bad. I think the choice combo is the best one out of the ones we've talked about today, but this isn't bad if you want to run salvage or if Itsuki's your favorite.
Yeah, the question is going to be whether or not you have the power to step over things or to be able to get that initial reverse.
This is viable, at least at a lower competitive level, but it's decent. It's playable, which is more than can be said for a lot of these combos. And that's it for that. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Tuesday. Brandon will have a deck tech. We'll have gameplay for that on Thursday. New Clock Talk a week from Tuesday. And in 2 weeks, Uncommons and Commons from Quintuplets. Until next time, thank you so much for joining us. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And have a good one.
We'll see you then.